Hello and welcome to our third episode of Bottled Poetry. Lovely name, isn't it? I love it.
It's great.
So this episode, like the previous two, is all about wine. However, this time we shall try a white wine. And I have the lovely Fergus with me again, who is the founder of Camino del Vino, and he knows absolutely everything there is to know about wine. So if you like the look of the wine we are featuring, don't hesitate to give him a shout, an email, a call, whatever you like. Welcome, Fergus. Thank you very much again for being here. And this time...
No, thank you. Thank you for having me.
This time, it's all about white. Certain type of white.
It is. It is about white wine. Yeah, we've done two reds now. We're going to move on to a fantastic white wine, I think, as well. But I'm quite biased because I'm a big Riesling fan anyway. But yeah, to give it away.
So, there we go. As you mentioned, it's all about Riesling today. Anton Finkenauer. There we go. I was trying to read it backwards and I just couldn't.
Yes. So from my understanding, these originally, when the vineyard was, it was basically the name Anton Finkenauer comes from the winery, which were owned by two brothers, called Anton and Carl Finkenauer, and they're a bit like the Adidas brothers. They fell out and they wanted to do different things. So they split off and did their own little things with their vineyards. But since they've obviously passed away and the two vineyards have now come together, and yeah, they clearly produce a beautiful looking wine and it tastes great as well. The
next thing I've noticed is a foreign word, trocken.
Trocken, yeah.
Trocken, which means...
Trocken means dry in German.
Dry,
yeah.
right.
So this is very like, a lot of German wines are they're quite unusual to the general consumer, or they used to be. So because Riesling can come in a variety of styles. So it can be trocken, for instance, but it can also go from like a medium sweet wine to a very sweet wine. So trocken is a very, like, we know straight away as soon as we see trocken that this is going to be dry. We're not going to be fooled and have a sweet wine, basically.
Well, yeah. I can tell you that I will remember this word from now on. So if I ever look for a Riesling and I want a dry one, I know what to look for.
Look at trocken. Yeah. But yeah, there are other, so for instance, it like trocken. So this particular white wine, so it's from, if you look on the back, you should see a little. Basically, this wine comes from a region called Nahe, Nahe.
Yeah.
And this is what's known in the wide world as a PDO, which is a protected designation of origin region. So Nahe is one of Germany's 13 PDOs and produces essentially really great wines from that sort of area. Because
I do have some little notes. Well, I say little, but yes, it's not that little. So what's the Predictswein? I'm so sorry. My German is terrible.
Predictswein?
Yeah.
Yes, Predictswein.
So what is that then?
So Predictswein goes by... Oh, we're really diving in. Predictswein, basically, because Riesling can come in a different type of styles. When I say styles as well, I mean it's very dependent on the level of sweetness. In Riesling, because it varies so much in styles, from your trockens to your very sweet wines, the German wine authorities basically have come up with another classification of determining the amount of sugar that's going to be in this wine.
It's wonderful. Just ask the tough questions.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So before I very rudely want to open this, is there anything else you would like to tell me about it?
Oh, wow. So a lot of Germany's wine growing regions are based in the southwest of the country. They're very close to the French border as well, so it benefits from the Alps as well, the slopes from the Alps. And it's very cool climate along this area. So it's along the the 50-degree latitude level of the globe, which is sort of the highest that the wine regions should really go in terms of what they're trying to produce, because anything higher than that, they won't benefit from the heat from the sun, which helps them grow. But yeah, it's just where they fall basically. And so it's very good. This cool climate as well is very good for Riesling to grow in as well, and then it helps with different styles as well, like we mentioned earlier on. And because
so if it's not from Germany, it's no good.
It's very good in the Alsace region of France, which is actually they're very close in terms of geographic positions. They're basically the other side of the border with France. But those are your two main regions that are actually where you're going to get the best Rieslings, I'd say, in my opinion. Yeah.
I see. And you mentioned the Hungarian wine, Tokaj, which is Tokaj is the town, the place that the wine is originating from, and Tokaj is the name of the wine. Now that's a Riesling, right? And that's very, very, very sweet. Well, so when I hear Riesling, I think of sweet wine. Nothing else comes to mind, just sweet. And Tokaj is very, very nice, but it's just so very sweet. I could never drink a glass of that.
I went to Hungary a couple of years ago with a friend, and we went to a Hungarian wine tasting and explored all the Hungarian wines. And yeah, Tokaj wine, very, very tasty. Yeah.
No, I'm very eager to just get into this bottle.
Cool, all right, yeah.
Can I?
You can, yeah. So I'll give you a little, I'll give you a little precursor to what you should expect from this wine as well.
Shall we talk about the glass first? Would you say this is okay for a white wine?
Should. We've got very similar glasses, actually. Yeah. Oh. Nice. So, yeah. So, what is white? Well, a little bit different. I'd say a little bit better, but it doesn't really. At the end of the day, it's just a glass. If it's got steep facing angles or like a bulb shape, you should be fine. But yeah, white wines tend to come in quite a smaller size glass than your red wines.
Why?
Just because red wines, they tend to produce like a slightly wider collection of aromas and stuff like that, and so helping you really dig in when you put your nose in, collect all those lovely aromas in it. And
I see.
That sort of stuff.
Does that mean there's no aromas to collect from a white wine?
You would be very wrong. So this, for instance, is probably one of the most aromatic, is what a term called in white wine, of the white wines that you can get. So you should get a hell of a load of notes in this. So it should be like floral notes, sort of citrusy notes, appley notes, and sort of stone fruit as well. So maybe a little bit of apricot in there as well, or peach as well could be another one.
Oh.
You like the bottle as well? I really like the look of Riesling bottles.
It's simple and elegant. It's nice. Yeah.
So that's a very classic style bottle of a Riesling. They're always very slim and elegant and long as well. It's just as soon as you set your eyes on it, you're like, that's a Riesling.
Oh yeah.
So
there we go. Another new thing I learned today. Drinking wine makes you more clever.
In our last episode, we talked about screw caps and corks.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this one, Riesling, I probably would not, if I was a winemaker, put a cork in it, because the grape is so elegant and so quite delicate, and any little bit of texture would impart on the flavour of the wine. So you really want to try and preserve the sort of freshness and crispness that this wine has.
I thought you were talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soon.
The crispness. Yes.
And so yeah, a screw cap is very good as well.
Very good.
Wouldn't look past it if it's got a screw cap on a Riesling.
Okay, so I can still buy it.
Yeah, don't stick your nose up at it. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Again.
So you mentioned just below the widest part, right?
Yeah, I'd say again, same with this, because we're just tasting. Put it just below, or just sit it on the widest part as well. So my background is really messing up with this one. But yeah, just below there would be fine. Again, the same reason where you'll be able to collect all the notes and flavours the aromas that should come from it as well. Yeah.
Right. Now, wish me luck.
But yeah, same again with you should be able to, again, spin it around. If you struggle to spin it in your hand, you can spin it on the table as a flat surface.
Oh no, it's spinning all right.
You should, again, like if you even just, so this is quite a long way from my nose, but I can already smell the sort of appley, citrusy, peachy flavors that I'm getting from this one as well. It's just
apple, possibly.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. No. That's good. That's good. That's what the wine should smell like and taste like, which is nice. Can you smell any? If you put a little bit closer, it then becomes quite like very in your face. It's quite lovely. Again, like I think I said this in the last episode. Taste and smells is it's a very personal experience.
Yeah.
Where you may be able to pick up something else that I may not. For instance, it's just purely a personal, whatever you can taste at the end of the day.
I see. Now, so then, does that mean that whoever described originally the notes for this wine, that's just a personal view, and he or she may be wrong?
They probably would have got a collection of people to try and taste the wine and see what they're doing. I wouldn't. Again, if you don't pick up the notes, I wouldn't let that get you down, or at least fret over it, because the whole point is about enjoying wine at the end of the day. And what you do taste, you like, and if you don't like it, then don't try it again, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is beautiful. Oh, this is very nice.
Thanks. Yeah, this is why I'm a big fan of Riesling. I really love it.
I mean, you can just talk by yourself. I'm busy. Can you just carry on with your story, please? This is to be enjoyed.
It's really delicate. It's really elegant.
It really is.
Riesling's great for pairing with, especially if you're eating quite like Thai dishes as well. So like Thai green curry or something like that. But something that a flavor you wouldn't want to like have a big red meat with the wine, basically, because it's just two contrasting flavors. Red meat in itself carries quite a lot of like quite big flavors, which would really sort of overtake the wine and its elegance of the sort of florals and quite nice, crisp, green and citrusy and peachy flavors as well. You wouldn't want to do that. Whereas like Thai food or quite like light vegetables, for instance, like salads, this would be a lovely like lunchtime summery sort of wine. You'd want that sort of wine, that sort of pairing, because they don't. You basically, if you're trying to do food and wine pairings, you don't want too much of a battle. You just want them to sort of match one another nicely. You don't want to really be over ahead of one another. Basically, is what you're trying to go for. So like a salad would be nice. I'm gonna have a little bit more, I think.
A little bit more. Someone does like Riesling. I hope you're not driving anywhere after this. This is very, very nice. So to me, it's lemon and apple, the main ones.
Cool. That's good. I'd say that, yeah, you nailed it on the head.
And it's not too overpowering either. So it's just the right amount of taste and smell, I guess. Right, I need to stop this. Otherwise, this is just going to be a recording of me singing into the glass or whatever. So, thank you very, very much. Is there anything else that we may have forgotten? Since this is one of your favorite wines, have you shared all your knowledge about this beauty?
I believe so.
Okay.
That is, yeah, I think I'm all yes. I think I'm all good.
Very good. Maybe in the future we can taste a different Riesling.
Yeah, of course.
Now you've got me hooked, I think, on this one.
Yeah, we can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Let's try them all.
Yeah, let's do. I mean, how long can a series be? We can go until next Christmas. I definitely recommend this. It is beautiful. Beautiful. You will absolutely love it. So, Fergus Wood, Camino del Vino, thank you very much. And we shall see you on the next episode, next time, next week, for another bottled poetry.